Breaking news, questions tonight about Donald Trump's plans to handle immigration, specifically Muslim immigrants. Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach, who is advising Trump, told Reuters the Trump team is considering a registry for people from Muslim countries. Today, Kobach telling CNN that Trump is not considering a Muslim registry, but rather a new system to screen immigrants from so-called high-risk areas. Our Justice correspondent Pamela Brown is out front. And Pamela, I guess this is the crucial question here because semantics can get in the way of the bottom line. Is there really a difference between a Muslim registry and a system to screen immigrants from high-risk countries related to terrorism?
Well, the man who says he's working on Trump's immigration plans, Chris Kobach, who you just mentioned, tells us, yes, there is a difference because it's based on geographic location, not religion. But Aaron, it's clear a majority of the people in this NSEERS database implemented right after 9/11 was Muslim because it singled out people from majority Muslim countries, with the exception of North Korea, that were considered to be high-risk terrorist countries. Now, those people were intensely scrutinized at the port of entry and tracked closely once they were in the U.S., such as having to check in with federal authorities about once a year on their whereabouts, kind of like entry on parole. Now, Kobach tells us the model the Trump team is exploring is a similar system. He would not say which countries they believe fall into the high-risk category, but did say there were some majority Muslim countries not on their list. The Trump campaign released this statement in response to that Reuters report, saying President-elect Trump has never advocated for any registry or system that tracks individuals based on their religion, and to imply otherwise is completely false. But as we know, Aaron, candidate Trump did indeed advocate for a Muslim registry, saying that would be something he would implement. The statement saying President-elect Trump has not advocated for that. Aaron?
So Pam, there was a system, as you mentioned, after 9/11 that went all the way through part of President Obama's tenure and was then removed. And you're saying what they're looking at is something similar to that. Was that system effective?
Well, it depends on who you talk to. I spoke to one official today who says the reality of it was that it never proved to be useful. On the other hand, those who supported it say a system like that could have potentially stopped the 9/11 hijackers because they would have been more closely tracked once they were inside the U.S. Now, the system, NSEERS, was ended in 2011 because of complaints that it led to racial profiling. As it stands now, people from high-risk countries are still highly scrutinized before being allowed into the U.S., but they are not in this special database that tracks their movements and requires them to routinely check back in with federal authorities like they did before. Now, Kobach says the model similar to NSEERS is just one option on the table. Ultimately, though, Aaron, the decision will be up to Donald Trump when he's officially in the White House.